Hey guys, and welcome back to another video and Happy New Year. So today I'm going to be painting on wood. Now for Christmas from my lovely friend Jasmine I got some little wood pieces and I'm going to be painting on them. Now, I don't have any gesso, so I'm not really sure if the paint will... Well, we'll just see. I've never done this before, so yeah, let's just try it. So I'm going to be using my gouache paints, and let's have a see if they're still... Oh yes, look at that! They're still shiny. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using to paint on these today. I've already got paint everywhere. I don't know how that's happened, but I will wash my hands. Yeah, so I think I'm going to zoom right in on this so you can see what I'm painting. And hopefully the little thing won't move. Okay, so I've never painted on wood before, but I imagine you should prime it first by like putting gesso on it because it helps the paint go on better, but I didn't have any, so I had to improvise. So for the first design on this one, I decided to make a tribute to Hollow Knight Silksong, which I'm super excited for it to release, hopefully before my birthday. If none of you are familiar with this, it's a sequel to the first game, Hollow Knight, and it was announced in 2019, but it still hasn't been released yet. However, we got some news a few days ago from an interview with The Edge magazine, and there were a few screenshots of the game, and they look amazing, and I'm just really excited. But anyway, yeah, that's the artwork I'm creating on this piece of wood. If you've never seen the Hollow Knight art style, I'd highly recommend it. I started out by sketching Hornet, which is the main character you play as from Silksong. I use my Stabilo pencil for this. I have sketched on wood before, as I took construction in high school and this required us to draw on wood whilst measuring, so it wasn't too foreign. I didn't really worry about making a mistake as I knew I'd be painting over it, and the jelly gouache is quite opaque, so you wouldn't be able to see the lines underneath. I think it was around last year when I heard about these little wood paintings. I think I saw them on Etsy, and I've always wanted to, try it out and get some, but I never really found out where to get them from. And luckily I was gifted them, so I'm able to paint on them. But yeah, this piece will be for sale on my Etsy shop, and I probably will mention it again at the end of the video, and the link will be in the top of my description box. I then went in with the gouache paints, and I kind of wanted her to be in like a foresty area, but I kind of took like a snapshot from the first Hollow Knight game where you see Hornet in the, is it Green Path, I think it is? Yeah, and that's where you see her first and you fight her in there, and I really loved like the turquoisey blues and greens. So I started off by working with light to dark, but I'm not sure it really matters with gouache. I think you can start with dark and go to light, so I don't think it really made much of a difference. But yeah, I did struggle to get depth in this one, I don't know, and like it was really hard to blend the gouache, and I do think it's because it was on top of wood and I didn't gesso it beforehand, and you can sort of see the wood texture at the end too underneath the paint, but I do kind of like that effect, so yeah, I'm very pleased with it. If any of you have tried painting on wood before, or have any tips or tricks, you can just comment them below and it'd be very much appreciated. I think most people tend to use acrylic whilst painting on these and probably not gouache, but I thought I'd try something different. I probably could have watered it down a little bit more, maybe that would help it blend, I don't know. But yeah, if you have any tips, leave them below in the comments section. My first idea was kind of to leave some of the wood showable on the outside, but then you'll see I changed my mind and paint all the way to the edge, which I thought made it look for a better painting, especially with this design. But I think in future designs I will try and leave like a rim around the outside so you can just see what the original wood would look like. So I basically kept switching between the light and dark shades of green, adding like blue turquoisey things in between, I guess, and I just kept going and going and going, and then once I had that I moved on to like the darkest area, which is like foliage that comes down from the top in a way, and then I would move on to the little grass section and add a few darker areas and then a couple more highlights, just so you can see, you know, the difference between the grass and the background. And the darkest side is coming from the left hand side, and then it goes to light on the right hand side. Yes, I got my left and rights the right way because sometimes I get them mixed up, but yeah. And after that you will see that I move on to the character and add detail with Posca pens. So overall I am quite happy with how my first wood painting turned out. I've still got 2 more to paint on and I will hopefully do better on those because like I'll have had practice, I guess, and like I know what I would do differently second time around. I think I might invest in some gesso or maybe get some, or maybe try it with acrylic instead of gouache. So yeah, I think it's okay. It's alright. I think also next time I would probably try and use different brush sizes, because I use the same one throughout and I probably could have got more detail if I used a finer brush and probably covered more larger areas with a bigger brush. So I think next time I will make sure to use different size brushes. When I moved on to outlining Hornet, I didn't have a Posca pen that was thin enough, fine enough. Yeah, because I don't have the finest Posca markers, so I was thinking, how am I going to outline her without making her look too thick? So I got my, what is it called? Unipin fine liner, and I went around it with that. It kind of worked, but I had to keep drawing on paper like at the side of me because it kept drying out the pen. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to invest in some really thin fine liners that are Posca paint pens. That was a handful to say, but anyway, yeah, I also think I probably could have maybe not outlined her and maybe used darker shades of the colour instead of just black, but hey ho. Okay, so here's the finished piece. A little Hollow Knight Silksong tribute painting. Please come out this year. But yeah, if you peeps would like this, it'll be for sale on my Etsy shop. Top link in the description box. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment below what you think, subscribe for more, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time with another video. Okay, bye.